For some, this is the morning commute to work. Your office floats on the open sea. From the deck, they can already see their workload jumping for attention. It's just the way of life for those at Atlantic Salmon of Maine fish pens.
Feeding is a priority one. Then involves quite a bit of net handling, as well as fish handling, counting, and weighing on a daily basis.
The practice of aquaculture allows the Atlantic Salmon Company to bring its fish from the hatchery to the farm to the dining room table. With updated technology like this computer-monitored feeding system, the company has been keeping afloat. But staying with the times is becoming more difficult. In fact, since failing to secure a site in Blue Hill this summer, the company is struggling against the current to prove what it does can only benefit Mainers. ASM is now forced to start all over in its search for a new site. The company is looking for areas south of Blue Hill. Even though the permit process is long and could take up to 2 years, ASM says it's a step it needs to make to stay competitive.
The single-year class is just, it's the wave of the future. This is what everyone's doing in the salmon industry. They find out the fish, from a health point of view, they're better. You're better as far as production goes, and it's just a better way to raise fish.
Each of these pens holds 26,000 Atlantic salmon. Altogether, there are 1.2 million fish here. These fish are part of a $60 million state industry, an industry many say has remained stagnant for too long and should be in the billion-dollar range.
People would say, look, I love salmon. I eat it all the time. I serve it to my children. It's a terrific seafood. And I'm a believer in salmon aquaculture. We just don't want you doing it here. And if that keeps getting repeated everywhere, we don't have a place to do it.
ASM says if it could increase its salmon volume, then more Mainers could join the growing $8 billion U.S. seafood export market. Until then, ASM says there are not too many fish in the sea, and in order to sustain the industry, people must allow it to maintain the stock. In Machiasport, Sherry Lee Budrick, News Center.